What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. So it's auction day, and I've already had several of you contacting me and asking me, what did we win today? What did I bid on today? So, without further ado, let's jump into the auction.
Sold on approval. Approaching minimum bid. New bidder. This is a hot lot. Bonus time.
So I'm sure there's plenty of you wondering, why in the hell did I bid on that 2002 Chevy Venture? Why didn't I bid on the Pontiac? There was other things I could have bid on. Well, let me tell you something. I ended up looking up the history of the Chevy Venture, and that thing has been meticulously maintained its whole life. I'm talking oil changes every 5,000 miles, regular transmission flushes, coolant flushes. That thing was well cared for. So even though it needed a couple of tires and it had a dented fender, these are things that I felt was well worth bidding on this van. I know a lot of people think that vans aren't profitable, but let me tell you something. If I could have got it at the right price, that van would have sold to somebody out here. And it would have made a really good, reliable vehicle for somebody, I'm sure. Unfortunately, the bids went up to $600, and I just couldn't bid any higher, because once you add in the fees associated with it, you're looking at $1,000. Once you add in the tags, title, and tax, you're looking at about $1,200 before replacing 2 tires and taking care of anything else that may need taken care of. You know, you're already sitting at an easy $1,200 investment, and I just couldn't do it. You know, I just couldn't with the destroyed dashboard, that very top piece of the dash, needing 2 tires, and having a dented up fender, and not knowing what else might be wrong with it. I just couldn't spend the money. So I know a lot of you were really hoping we could get the Grand Prix. That car, I think, I didn't record it. I was having issues. Remember, I just switched to a Macintosh. I've got the MacBook Pro, and I've never used OBS on this before, so this is my first attempt screen recording. It's kind of a disaster, but I assure you it'll be better next time. I've got it all worked out now. The Grand Prix went for, I think, $1,100 or $1,200 before fees, and it's just too much. It's too expensive for a car that I don't know anything about that was donated. At least if it was an accident car, at least this is how I feel about it. If it was involved in a collision, I know most likely it was running and driving before it had an accident. On a donated car, I don't know why it's there. Maybe it runs great. Maybe it goes into reverse and drive. Maybe it doesn't have second, third, or fourth gear. You don't know until you get it, and it's just too big of a risk for me right now. So, you know, again, I ended up not bidding on, well, I mean, I bid. I just ended up not winning anything, and that's the way it goes. I told you I'm going to be a little more cautious about the next car I get for this channel, because I really want to make sure we make a profit on it. Now, with that said, we're also in the middle of moving. We ended up getting the house that I did a review on recently. So, you know, there's $3,000 out the window right there, just poof, gone. Luckily, we do have a little bit of money to play with, but it's expensive, you know, getting the house and all the utilities, and forget the moving itself. You know, this is expensive. So I want to be really cautious on the next car that I get. We got a lot more work to do to the truck, so, you know, I got to make sure I've got money put back for that. Just a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of things I think you guys will be excited about for this channel. So even though we didn't win anything today, that's not to say we're not going to get anything later in the week, maybe next week. We'll see. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video. If you like my content, you know, give this video a thumbs up. If you think my content sucks, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Comment below, and as always, stay safe out there. I'll catch you guys in the next one.